Hi, what's up, guys? Uh, long time no see, but time for another video. Life's been good. Life's been chill. I got big plans in the works. You guys notice my mic? Trying to do, trying to up the quality of videos I make. Just a little bit because I don't get a lot of views, but I do get views. So I'm thinking, let me touch things up, enhance this whole showmanship, and see if I can make this hobby a little bit more entertaining for everyone. But yeah, I kind of, now that I'm settled in after my trip, I've been doing a lot of reflection on life and where I want to go with it. And I think I'm kind of to a point that, sure, I'm content for where I'm at in life and like the level of success I've had. Like, it's definitely like pretty big. Like, I'm doing pretty good for myself. But I want to do something more because you only live once. And I'm 26, not getting younger. And I always had bigger dreams for myself. But what stopped me is that I didn't do it. So I just got to start doing things and push myself. You know, like I feel like I'm at a spot in my life that I could take on a little risk and adventure off into other aspects of things I want to get into. I think another problem is my ADHD. Like I get like hyper focused on so many other things, and then I lose interest in it. But I gotta start thinking about doing things I'm not interested in at the moment. Like I gotta really start thinking about this channel as like a side business or something like that. Because I think this channel has done a lot for me. Been a lot of growth that I was able to record and look back on and reflect and take the next step forward because I'll make a video and have my thoughts out, and it's kind of therapeutic, but also very um niche spot of YouTube. But I think I do good. I'm well spoken. And one thing that I picked up on in the Southern trip is that like I could talk to strangers pretty well. Like my social skills have improved from when I was younger, and that's been stopping me for doing other videos, like kind of like not street interviews, but having conversations. I guess street interviews, but I want to do like conversations with random people and just have people speak about life and stuff because I feel like we glorify more of like the higher ends of the scale kind of thing. Like everyone, like a lot of people aren't content with where they're at, and I think it could help people kind of figure out if they should go for certain things, or like, hey, you're not in the worst situation, like, or just talk about life. I think life itself is such a unique topic, and I think people underappreciate the opportunities that they have that they were born. Like I get it, life is hard, life is tough, but there's also beauty in pain. You know, like there's so many people, so many perspectives, and I don't know. I always just enjoy talking to people and learning about people and stuff like that. Um, just having that connection, like small little connection with someone for that moment. And I think as a society, we kind of lost a lot of the touch of like having more interactions with people in person because we do a lot of things online. So a lot of socialization is now digital, which is a pro and a con, you know, because you get to meet a lot more people, or you get to talk to a lot more people than what you normally wouldn't be have the access. Uh, normally wouldn't be able to have the access to interact with them, but it doesn't give you that same connection as someone like talking to you, you know, and like having that person like be in that person's face and talking. But I've realized when I'm growing up, like one lesson is that like having small social encounters with people. I'm talking like strangers sometimes. There's like a certain it feels good to have a good conversation with a stranger sometimes, you know? Like even if we don't agree, like the stimulation from it is always nice. Like people always have something interesting to say for the most part. And a lot of times people just want an ear to speak to. You know, like I've also realized a lot of people have things to say, but they feel like no one wants to hear. So I think I want to give some people opportunities just to talk. You know, like of course I'm not gonna like go out and randomly talk to people just to talk to people. I'm probably gonna have like little prompts and stuff like that, and ask people questions like, "Have you chased your dreams? You know, like what happened, or are you satisfied with your life and stuff like that, or like how do you reflect on your mistakes? You know, as like I do a lot of these things to help me out. And I realize some people don't do it, or some people think they're doing it, but they're not doing it well because they end up like going in circles with the problem. You know, like they can identify the problem, but it's just outside the scope of their perspective. And no means is this gonna be like therapy or anything. That's just an example of like one reasons why I thought about doing this. Cause then also like I just think a lot of people just need someone to talk to, you know? Cause I kind of feel like we are so disconnected from each other, or and then we're getting there. Cause then also like I was talking to my little sister, like AI is getting better and getting crazy, and I feel like sooner or later, a lot of content online is not going to be created by humans, and I don't. That makes me feel uncomfortable. So I want to do my part in making more human content and like connecting with people and really like create. You know, because I truly believe that we were put on this earth to create something. I think everyone's getting confused by like purpose and all that stuff, and like your purpose is to create whatever it is, you know? That's why people are born. Like, I mean, well, yeah, I mean, when you really think about it, life is just about creation. Like, rather it's like your job or like you're creating like a service, you're creating like a business, you're creating a product, you're like physically building houses, you're tinkering with electronics, and then like making human. Like, all life is about creating. I feel like people are too much are like consuming too much. And consuming's good because then you get inspiration, but like I feel like the problem is that people consume too much and no one's creating. But I also feel like we don't realize we're living to like a digital renaissance kind of thing. Like I think people aren't clicking with that because like when you think about like a renaissance, you think about like physical art and like music and it's like a joyful time. And like I get why people would think right now is kind of shit, but also like I feel like if you go back then, you'll probably see people that weren't happy and weren't creating, and those are probably the people that got forgotten. You know, like who's because a lot of times we're looking back on things that were made by the artists of that time or like the people that were enjoying what was available to them. Because like I'm pretty sure when we go into the future, like sure there might be like articles of struggles that went through at that time, but like you probably won't get the grasp of like how many people are unhappy right now with the time that they're at. And it really puts in perspective like are we really in bad times or are you just making a bad time with the time you have? You know? Because a lot of times I also feel like we kind of worry ourselves with things that we can't control and it affects you. And like, that's like the negative side of consuming. You know, like you take in too much negative content, it can fuck you up. So I love the thing about the channel. I kind of want to make more positive content and push forward things that aren't just like traumatizing, you know, and be more like lighthearted and shit. Maybe get into like some deep philosophy stuff and yeah, just spitballing some things and have productive conversations. I think that's gonna be key because I want to have productive conversations. I don't want like drama slop conversations that's gonna be bullshit. Like if I bring someone on and they're like doing be on some bullshit, I might just be like, yeah, nah, bro, give me my mic. I'm just gonna leave. Cause also like I'm not gonna be fighting over like I'm not gonna be like debating people on the streets. Like if we're gonna have a disagreement, we could talk about the disagreement. But like my job isn't to prove me right and you wrong. Like I'm not gonna do that. So it's gonna be a waste of time. You know, like I'm here just to have a conversation. I like talking to people. I want to talk to people. But yeah, that's it. Little update of what direction I want to take the channel to. I hope this audio is good. Um, Kind of the first time recording with this mic. Hope you guys enjoy. So, I and I enjoy bless. Peace out. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Stay dangerous. And I love you guys. I need to get that locked down. I'm a little too deep to be fucking shit up, bro. But I love you guys.